am putting my breaker box back in my trailer. We had AC units put in and all the living quarters stuff taken out because living quarters on it was kind of small and it was a little older. It wasn't exactly the nicest thing. So we basically had it turned into just one big open area. I only had one AC unit, now we got two. And the people that ripped it all out and repaneled it, put the AC units in, finished everything, and they're like, we don't know where you want to put the breaker box, so here's your breaker box back, and you can wire it. So now I'm wiring it. So I'm gonna mount the breaker box up front where the propane used to be, because we don't need propane, because we don't have a refrigerator that needs gas, we don't have a stove that needs gas, and we don't have gas heat. Those have electric heat in them as well. And then once we get all of that wired up, which will take most of the day, I'm gonna pull it outside, and we bought some stuff to try to get rid of some of the chalkiness on the panels, because race trailer panels are bad about like fading. So we'll clean it. I'm gonna get some new blinds because those ones are beat. Just generally cleaning it up.
Just make it look nice.
Yeah, make it look nicer. It's a decent trailer. It just needs some cleaning.
It just does a lot of sitting.
Yeah, like
most trailers.
You can see where like you just wipe this off and it's not that dirty, but it's just nasty looking. So we bought stuff that should get rid of all that.
I'm gonna be working on some more race truck stuff. Gotta go get some wire and ends to finish up some of the starter power wire to the PMU. Got a nitrous bottle in it yesterday, which I didn't video anything. I got this in there. Just gotta finish wiring up the MAC valve for the air shifter. And then we're waiting on some loom, which should be here today.
Which one's positive and negative? They're both black.
They are. Something turned on. What are you doing?
I'm making room, dude. It'll fit perfect if it didn't have these corners. Disclaimer, this is strictly for work sandwiches. So that, dude. Waters, baby. So many waters.
We are making lines to our sensor blocks. So put all the sensors in the back so that the wiring will be clean and off the engine. And then we're running supplies for each sensor from each designated port. I've killed some sensors in the past by having them out like on the engine where there's a lot of vibrations. And these sensors are kind of expensive. So I figured we'll just put them off the engine separate, and then we'll run supply lines to each pressure sensor. So we've got oil pressure, dry pressure, boost, and then nitrous pressure on this side. We've got fuel pressure, crankcase pressure, and post intercooler boost on that side. And then obviously rail pressure and stuff like that is all going to be read through the Motec as well. And then we've got trans mainline, trans temp. We've allotted spots for other pressure sensors.
Yeah, I haven't hooked them up because we don't need that. If potentially we'd go to like a Turbo 400 or something.
And then we've got like a wideband and turbo speed sensor. So the amount of sensors we have is about what we had before with just a few extra. I want to just keep it fairly simple. And then as we need stuff, it'll give us an excuse to pull off, like let's say the harness coming to this side of the engine, we can pull it off and potentially even redo it if necessary. Because we're learning as we go, and like each time Everett does something, he figures out like, oh, this loom is better or this heat shrink's better, and so like each harness from the start to the end gets better. So then once we know what's best, we could go in and redo it on the bench and just lay it out. We don't have to have the truck at that point. Everything's already predetermined. So anyways, we'll make some lines. We ordered nitrous lines. They'll be here tomorrow. Got a few more fittings, a couple new purge solenoids, one for purge and one for spool. I got to weld some bungs and disc pipe. And that pipe.
We got the trans is completely done. Everything
Trans
there's
is all, yeah, converter bolts are in, trans have been in. It just depends. I mean, and we can take it the way it is with nothing in it. You know, if it's just gonna start and idle, doesn't matter. At this point, we'll just be happy if it starts and idles. So, I'm gonna start making some lines and we keep chipping away at it. Trailer is clean, trailer is wired.
AC works.
Organized, both AC units work. Ripper. Like 3/4 of the lights work. The other lights, there's a wire hiding I can't find, so it's good enough for now. Mitchell's trailer is already packed, ready to go. His truck just needs the tires swapped and it's ready to go. So we're pretty well ready. Worst case, we'll back the side-by-side in when we load the trailer, and then I'll winch this in, and then we'll winch it back out when we get there and put the canopy over it, clean it up real good, make it look pretty, sell some merchandise, and make his truck win. I can't make Mitchell win, but I can make his truck win.
Gang, gang.
Don't suck.
Try. Can't guarantee it. So, yeah, that's fair. I don't know. At Rudy's, I had the best reaction time throughout qualifying, and then I get to the actual racing portion. And it was, so hopefully maybe it'll be reaction time this time in qualifying and great during racing. I don't know. I'm also not looking forward to sitting in the truck just soaking in.
92 with a heat index of probably 100, and inside the cab is probably going to be 140, and you got a 15-layer suit on. Yeah, but
I'll just stay nice and hydrated with the Pedialyte.
the life of a racer. Living the dream, one nightmare at a time. Bottomed out. So we got this lovely Harbor Freight Predator, super quiet inverter, 9,500 watt start, 7,500 running. We've always had a loud generator. Everybody bitches about loud generators at diesel races. You go to a bracket race, you can't even hear yourself think, let alone the fact that your generator's running behind your trailer. So we finally have a quiet generator, so everybody will shut up. Also, it's just kind of nice to have a nice generator. Not
Yeah.
well, I say it's still Harbor Freight, but it was like $2,700.
It's a.
And it came with the 1-year warranty thing where you just take it back, and basically for $500 every year you can have a new generator. So here we are. We're doing a break-in on it right now. Get my back pressure sensor thing done here. And then, yeah, put it in the truck, we're good to go. And then all the sensors on that side minus nitrous will be done. So we have
I've
boost,
seen that, yeah.
drive, oil, and then I'm getting ready to start on this side. So I got the bungs welded in. I did a bung here and here, so we'll have this one here, and then I'm going to take this EGT probe, and I do believe you're allowed to bend them, just not near the tip. So I'm going to put about a 45-degree bend on it, and then it'll come up and run roughly with this line. And then, like I said, we've got oil pressure going back, boost going back, the drive will come off of this, go back to here, and then nitrous pressure will come off here. And we've got two, those should be here today.
Yeah.
We've got 2 blocks coming in for our nitrous supply. So we have nitrous bulkheads we got from
Those Racewire Technologies or something?
Racewire Solutions.
Racewire Solutions.
Yeah. So we'll have a bulkhead so we can run a line from the bottom of the bulkhead, and then the bulkhead out. We've got lines being made by Nitrous Outlet right now. Those should be here tomorrow. And then, yeah. It's at least gonna look done. If it doesn't run, it's gonna look like it should run.
Yeah.
At least it'll look the part, right?
If nothing else, we can at least take it, make it look pretty. People can go, wow.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look good.
Yeah,
I mean, it does look good.
it does.
Once we get the mess cleaned up and everything hooked up and finalized and like stand back and look, it should look like a race car. Like,
I
understand this is a diesel truck, but from a race car standpoint, this is a race car.
There's
I mean, like,
things-
it's like
you had mentioned earlier about the wiring, making wiring better and everything. Like at some point, I would like to.
yeah, but it's not bad.
Oh no, it looks great. This is the first time I've ever done anything.
Yeah,
like
a
this.
lot of the, my opinion, a lot of the goal with wiring looking good is wiring not existing. I mean, this is the least wires I've ever had on my engine. As far as like, you'll take the front clip off and you're gonna see a couple wires coming off the nitro solenoid. You got like turbo speed, you got your EGTs, your injectors, and then your pumps. Everything else is hidden. And even those, you only see this much, and then it goes to the block and it's ran hidden along underneath the shelf. So we're just trying to hide everything. Because normally I would be rush, which we are still kind of rushing, but we would just try to make passes. We've accepted that we're probably not gonna make passes, we just want it to look nice. I grabbed a hold of it. This is why I always use stainless plugs. Because brass and aluminum Allen plugs are trash. If it's brass or aluminum, it needs to be a hex.
Where did that come from?
That came from the fuel pressure regulator, so I can have a fuel pressure reference. So I had other options, but that's actually the best one. And I've been eating banana chips. This video brought to you by Ace Hardware.
Putting a drive pressure sensor in.
Trying to talk with in your mouth?
Yeah.
The one thing that we never did was add a drive pressure gauge.
That is
to it.
correct. So now we are adding a drive pressure gauge.
We got the coil there. Just need to put it in the bottom of the manifold there.
Yeah, dude, I'm skinny and I couldn't even get my body in the wheel well with the wheel turn.
Yeah, this truck is quite low.
Yeah, on the bump stops. Oh wow. Right to it.
So much room.
It's making.
Access for my crankcase pressure sensor.
Christian should be here like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he just texted me. He said 10 minutes, like 7 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's a broken Duramax.
Why? Why, Norm? Why? Even though I know you don't watch the YouTube videos, Norm, but if you do,
Why?
how's this for a UCC crunch?
No, dude, you have the worst.
Dude, I have the worst one by far. I have never blown one of those tires in like 6 years. Never blown them. I have double the weight of this on it every single day. And it happens to blow 40 minutes out of my house.
Damn it, Bobby.
Yep, we're here though. We
Yeah.
made it.
How's the drive? Besides blowing the tire.
Not bad. Not bad.
Alrighty, we got Christian Wichman's truck here.
Yep.
Had some trans problems.
Yeah, so in reverse it's doing nothing, and then in neutral it's going forward. So I'm thinking when I pulled the forwards out that they're either tolerances are too tight or something's binding and it's keeping the forwards engaged
Yeah.
all the time. So that way when it's in reverse it's like being on a trans brake, and then in neutral it's still pulling forward.
Yeah.
So it's still engaged. So
It felt like it was like binding up in reverse is what it felt like.
yeah. So we're gonna rip the trans out, probably start by
We're gonna pull the valve body out
Yeah.
and then throw one of my spare valve bodies
Yeah,
in it
and
see what
then
happens.
see what happens with that, and if that doesn't work, then we're gonna be pulling the forwards out probably.
Clutch material and the stuff, so I almost wonder if the forwards are burnt up.
Alright, Everett. So the trans is coming out.
Yeah, we're gonna pull the trans out. Coming through.
Coming through.
There's a lot of material in the pan. The fluid doesn't look horrible, but there's a lot of material in the pan for as long as it's been running. And it wasn't even driven. Like the most it was driven was like when I drove it in the shop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean it was like idling on jack stands. So there's a lot of material in the pan. So I'm just pull it out quick and then go through it, just see what the deal is. I'm assuming like forward clutches or something.
It's like an hour and a half to get it out.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a big deal. What are the odds that it's completely?
Well, have you met the guy that put it together? Because I fucking have.
That's not good. Hold up, wait a minute.
What happened, Everett?
What happened?
Yep.
I pulled the last bolt out of the pump and the whole pump assembly like popped up like a quarter of an inch, eighth to quarter of an inch.
It's just, bullshit. Look at that.
See, when you have the right tools, it comes apart better. More better. Let's see.
Where did all that come from?
The transmission.
Oh God, yeah. That's not good.
I know. That's why I told you that. I was like,
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like that. Those ears are supposed to be straight out.
good thing we've got an assortment of them.
Those are perfect.
Those are perfect, yeah.
Those are.
These in the
So
Why are you the way you are?
The clutches don't look bad. Oh, see, okay, I know what happened. When you put it in, you didn't have the last clutch in right, and then when you put the pump on, it just forced the clutch down and bent the teeth on the clutch and bent the tabs on the thrust washer.
Okay.
So then there was, like, the forwards were engaged all the time.
Oh,
That's
what
why.
I thought was happening.
Then that's why it didn't reverse.
So I mean, the clutches look fine, but the teeth on them are fucked. So I mean, we have clutches, so I just throw some new. The steels are fine.
Lucky you.
Look at that. There's two clutches stacked on top of each other.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Dan,
Tell me,
was
on a scale of 1 to 10, how f***ed is Everett's mustache?
It's like he tried.
I was like half asleep. I'm like,
Only like 3/4 of the way in here. I guess I'm not one to talk though. Mine's thinner than shit. So.
discount Bailey Zimmerman over here.
Pretty much all these versions.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, buddy, I didn't see that.
This is the thrust, or the one of those washers.
Want to shake a little less?
It got quite warm. It's the one on the back side of the pump. And because all the tolerances were off,
Yep.
that one got a little warm.
So what did you do overall? Like, what did you replace inside the transmission?
The directs, the tolerance wasn't right. So I put different steels in that one. Gave him fresh steels. His clutches were good. We put new clutches in the forwards. Because I think I had showed earlier.
Yes,
right?
you did. Yep, you showed
So
the majority of everything.
Okay, the teeth on there were fucked up because it wasn't set in properly. And then that's why this is messed up, is because it was too tight on there. There was basically no end play on it. So now we have it at exactly 35 thousandths on end play. Perfect. Exactly where we want.
Yep.
Got the second gear band adjusted. We're ready to stick the valve body in it.
That's not f***ed up.
Valve body is good.
Yep, hopefully.
Just sending you guys more weight.
That's fair.
Lost you there. So
Okay.
we replaced the pump.
Okay, I replaced the pump because the pump bushing was fucked up.
Yep.
And we didn't have a new pump bushing to put in it. But I had a new pump cover that had a good bushing in it. So I just changed the seal that was on it, put his pump in it, put his stator support and everything back in it, and it's good to go.
Slap it back in, and then boom, we are going for a fucking rip, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We're gonna go beat the shit out of it.
I don't know if that's the best idea, but I like it.
But
Rolling brands.
Yeah, maybe.
Hopefully working.
Fluids.
We
need
put fluid in it.
Once fluid's in it, we'll figure it out.
Like poured over 4-liter can.
Good.
Push it the whole way forward and it'll go into
Yeah.
I didn't.
Good.
Yeah.
You left the ratchet on like I said not to, and it did exactly what I said it would.
My tools, I guess.
I literally told him, don't forget that. He's like, oh yeah.
Ed's heads, he brought it.
I don't know what this is, but I found it on the ground.
Hey, shut it off.
When your ratchet was on there, it broke the bolt loose.
Hey,
Yeah, just so you know, that takes like 275 foot-pounds to break that loose.
it's kind of fucked up now.
See?
Is it?
It's been.
Dude, you should come down here more.
Oh, that's fine.
That happens on a daily. I guess that's the cool thing about Cummins cranks is that they don't have a single bolt. This kid, I'm telling you. Also, why does it sound like busted dick when it's running?
Dog exhaust is rattling like a mother.
No, but it sounds dumb.
It just
It
yeah.
sounds like it's got a f***ing compression leak, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah, like
That's
it's
exactly
yeah.
what it sounds
Happy.
Yeah.
like you've either got like lash, it's a little
this side,
tight.
and I think the lash is, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I guess it's,
Hey Christian, you should come and swap it. That'd be really cool.
I had that Enforcer engine sitting there for a while. How do you just have an Enforcer sitting there?
I don't know. Because it's Christian. He's from Wisconsin. Paul, this is the same that's from the same state as this.
I'm Wisconsin, baby.
What's that?
It works like it's supposed to now.
Yeah, it does.
One more! He hit fourth, I heard it.
That's neutral. Pull it back once. Hit overdrive.
Well, that was a learning experience. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing with a ratchet shifter.